Who likes dollar hunts? I like dollar hunts. Welcome back to Alienated History, and I've got $1,000 in customer wrapped rolls here that I'm about to dig into. It's been a little while since I've done a dollar hunt, and I'm really looking forward to this. So without further ado, let's crack this first roll open and see what we got. Well, I hope this is a premonition to come because that first roll gave us 3 finds. We ended up with 3 NIFCs. We had a 2015 Philly Ironworkers here, which is one of the Native American coins. We ended up with a 2015 Philly Lyndon B. Johnson and a 2013 Denver Woodrow Wilson. Well, I will take all 3 of those happily. I'm going to set those right there. And that was just the first roll. So I'm going to start jumping into these. Let's see what we got. Stick around. And roll number 5 is going to give us a book filler. We've got a 2016 Denver Richard Nixon. Awesome. I will take it. And as I was double checking, this Woodrow Wilson here is going to upgrade my book, so I am excited about that. And I also found a 1999 Denver, and one of these rolls, I can't remember which, but this has got a mintage of just under 12 million. That's really the only reason I keep them. So, I mean, there's nothing too crazy about them. They're just kind of a little lower mintage. So I'll probably, keep hanging on to them until I get about 1 million of them, and then I'll probably cash them in. Roll 8 is going to give us another NIFC, which is a 2012 Philly Chester Arthur. We'll set him right there by Nixon. All right, let's keep going. Roll 11 is going to give us another book filler. We've got a 2015 Philly Dwight Eisenhower. All right, so this is one of the reasons why I like hunting dollar coins so much. It seems like every time I do a video, I get several book fillers, and that's great. Of course, one day it's not going to be like that, so I'll just relish in the joy right now while I can, and I'll enjoy every minute of it. So, all right, well, let's jump into the rest of these rolls, see what else we got. Roll 12 is going to give us another NIFC, which is also a book filler. We got a 2002 Philly Sacagawea. This was the first year they started making the NIFCs. 2000 and 2001 were intended for circulation. And starting in 2002, the mintage dropped significantly, and they were just minted for collectors. So, all right, let's keep going. Roll 13 is going to give us another find. And I think you know what this is by now. This is a 1979 Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony wide rim. So right there where the rim, you see it's just under the 1 and the 9. Throw it under the scope so you can see it here. See how close that rim is. They call it a wide rim or a near date or anything like that, but right in there you see there's just very, very minimal space between the date and the rim. And I've got another 79 Philadelphia right here, and I will show you. There's a little bit of damage on this one, but you can see significantly the difference. So, all right, we ended up with another 79 wide rim, and I will take it. And again, so far, I have found one of those in every single hunt that I've done. So I guess it's just kind of a rite of passage at this point. So, all right, well, let's keep going, see what else we got. And the next roll number 14, is going to give us another NIFC. We ended up with another Woodrow Wilson. So we will set that right there on top of his buddy. And we will hop back in here, see what else we got. Roll 16 is going to give us another NIFC. It's a 2012 Philly Grover Cleveland. Don't need this one for the book, but I will take it. All right. Well, this is all gold. Roll 18 is going to give us another find. It is a 2019 Denver. I believe it's the Space Program is what this one's called. I do have this one in the book already, and this one's got a little bit of gunk on it, so I am going to keep it. It's not going to go in the book, though, but it's another find, so I will set it right there. And also, this right here, this 2000 Philly, I didn't look at the reverse of it before I put it under the scope, and I did not realize that it had these gigantic scratches in it, and I almost had a heart attack because I thought I had found a very crazy wounded eagle. As you can see, it just goes all the way across the coin. I was screaming. I was like, oh my God. And then realized that it was a scratch. So interesting. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. All right, back at it. So I'm about halfway through. I just hunted roll number 21, just a little over halfway. and just took a little break and wanted to bring you guys back in. I didn't find anything, but I always think it's cool when I ask if they have any dollar coins. They say, do you want big ones or small ones? I'm like, well, both. And I was actually able to get a roll of Ikes as well. So I got 20 Ikes right here. I'm not going to go through those in this hunt, but I am going to go through them at some point, and I'm going to see if I have any that go in my book, see if I have any of the errors or varieties for those as well. I'm not too educated on the Ikes just because I don't get a lot of them, but I'm really excited to check them out. So I just thought kind of wanted to tell you that right here in the middle of everything. So, all right, let's jump back into this and see what else we got. Roll 22 is going to give us another NIFC, which is also a book filler. We got a 2014 Denver Calvin Coolidge. It's got a little spot there on it, but other than that, it looks pretty okay. But it will be going in the book. All right, let's keep going. Roll 24 is going to give us another NIFC. This time it is a Susan B. Anthony, 1981 Denver. Now, 79 and 80, they were intended for circulation, but they kind of fell out of favor with the public because these are about the same size as a quarter. People didn't really like them, so they discontinued them. But they minted them in 1981 specifically for mint sets, and there was about 3 million each minted. And I've got a 81 Denver here, and I didn't have any of these in my book, so that will go in it, and I'm stoked about that. All right, let's keep going. Roll 30 is going to give us another NIFC. It is a JFK 2015 Denver. I need the Philly for the book, so unfortunately don't need this one, and the one I have in the book is nicer, but it's still good to find one nonetheless. Roll 35 is going to give us 2 finds. We ended up with another Chester Arthur. This is also a Philadelphia. I do not need it for the book, but I will stack it right there. And also I found a 2009 William Henry Harrison San Francisco proof. This is the first proof dollar that I've ever found out in the wild. It is beat up. It has seen better days, but I will take it. It's a proof. Not sure the mintage, but I'll throw it down there at the bottom. All right, we got ourselves a proof. I am happy about that. All right, we got 5 rolls left. Let's see what else we got. Roll 37 is going to give us a couple more. We ended up with a 2015 Philly Harry Truman. Do not need that one for the book, but I will take it. And we found an innovation dollar, a 2019 Denver, New Jersey, which I do need for the book. I'm always really excited when I find these too, because they're just barely over 300,000, so they're pretty low mintage. So yeah, pretty stoked. That will go in the book for sure. All right, we got 3 rolls left. Let's see what else we got. We are finished, and that was pretty fun. We found actually a whole roll of finds, so 25 finds. So let me get a little bit cleaned up, and let me pull the books out. We'll start plugging them in. We'll go through everything, and we'll wrap this thing up. Stick around. And we are back. This is everything that didn't make the book. So we've got 7 1999 Denver Susan B. Anthony's. Like I said, there's nothing super special about them, but they are the lowest mintage since 1981, with just under 12 million minted. So I always hold on to them whenever I come across them. We ended up with 2 Native American coins, the Ironworkers, and we also got the Space Program. And then here we've got Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Woodrow Wilson. This is the one that I had in my book, and it upgraded, obviously. And we've got Harry Truman, we've got John Kennedy, and we've got Lyndon B. Johnson. And we also ended up with this 2009 San Francisco William Henry Harrison proof, which I'm really stoked about. I've never found a proof coin roll hunting dollars, so that is cool. And we ended up with another near date wide rim, and I couldn't be happier about that. This is the 4th one I found, I think. So I found one in every dollar hunt that I've done, and I've done 4, I believe. So that should be the 4th one. Yeah. So, all right, let me grab the books. We'll go through those, and we will wrap this bad boy up. So with the presidential dollar, we ended up with a 2013 Denver Woodrow Wilson upgrade. That that dollar is so much better than the one that I had previous. And down here, we ended up with a 2014 Denver Calvin Coolidge. Turn the page here. And we also ended up with a 2015 Dwight Eisenhower, Philadelphia, excuse me. 2015 Philadelphia Dwight Eisenhower. And then down here, we ended up with a 2016 Denver Richard Nixon. So I am pretty stoked about that. We're getting this, our presidential dollar book here filled up pretty quick. And here on the Susan B. Anthony's, we ended up with the 1981 Denver. And as you can see, 3.3 million minted. I'm not mad about that whatsoever. I need the Philly and the San Francisco from that set to complete all of my Susan B. Anthony's. So I am pretty stoked about that. I was really hoping that I would eventually find a 1981, and I am glad that I found one today. Throw that there. And then over here, we ended up with the 2002 Philly Sacagawea. And then last one here, the Innovation Dollar. We ended up with a 2019 Denver, New Jersey. So I've got 3 of those. This book is slowly but surely starting. I haven't found any of the 2020s, 2021s, 2022s, anything like that. But, there's a possibility that I will. So all in all, we ended up with 6 book fillers and 1 upgrade. And I call that a very successful hunt, especially considering we ended up with a proof and the wide rim, the near date. So another successful dollar hunt, and I'm going to be doing another one again. Don't know when, but I'm going to keep this one going because I really, really enjoy it. So I hope you did too. And, with that being said, you guys have been great, and I've been Nate. Thanks so much for watching Alienated History, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Bye.